Alright guys, gather around because Chevrolet is coming back swinging with something a lot of us have been waiting for. The all-new 2026 Chevy Bolt. Yeah, that's right, the Bolt is back. But it's not just a comeback, it's a full-blown transformation. If you remember the old Bolt, you probably think of a small, practical hatchback that was affordable but not exactly thrilling. Well, this time, Chevy has completely reimagined it into something much more exciting, modern, and fun to drive. The first thing you'll notice is the design. The 2026 Bolt looks tougher, sportier, and more confident. It's got a wider stance, sculpted lines, and that bold Chevy front grille that makes it feel like it belongs in 2026. The headlights are slimmer and more futuristic, with this sleek wraparound effect that gives the whole front end a premium vibe. The old Bolt looked cute. This one looks sharp, almost like a mini SUV. Chevy even lifted it slightly for a more crossover-like stance, and that extra ground clearance gives it a subtle adventurous look. They've also nailed the colors this time. There's this incredible metallic red that pops under sunlight, a deep electric blue that looks amazing, and of course, classic silver and black options. Even the base trim looks stylish with its aerodynamic wheel designs and subtle blacked-out accents. You look at it and think, wow, that's a Bolt? It feels like a concept car finally made it to production. Underneath, it's riding on GM's Ultium platform, the same foundation behind the Blazer EV and Silverado EV. But this one's tuned for efficiency and affordability. Chevy's promising around 250 to 270 miles of range on a single charge, which is perfect for everyday driving and weekend road trips. And with fast charging, you can get roughly 100 miles of range in just 20 minutes. That's basically the time it takes to grab a coffee and stretch your legs. What's really interesting is that Chevy's adding a slightly more rugged, Bolt Active trim. It's not an off-roader in the hardcore sense, but it's designed for people who want to take their car camping or on dirt trails without worrying about scraping the bottom. It's the first time the Bolt's ever had that little spark of adventure in its DNA, and honestly it's a welcome change. Now step inside, and the transformation continues. The interior of the new Bolt feels like a completely different car. Gone are the cheap plastics and tight spaces. Instead, you've got a modern, airy cabin with soft-touch materials, neat contrast stitching, and this cool two-tone layout that gives it real personality. The dashboard design flows cleanly with a massive 17-inch touchscreen front and center, and it's loaded with tech, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Google built-in, voice commands that actually work, and a crisp digital driver display that's fully customizable. The seats are redesigned for long drives, with extra cushioning and better lumbar support. Rear passengers finally get more legroom, which was one of the biggest complaints about the old Bolt. And if you go for the top trim, you can even get a panoramic glass roof that floods the cabin with light. It honestly feels way more premium than its price tag would suggest. Speaking of price, Chevy's keeping this thing affordable. We're talking just under $30,000 to start. That's huge, because EV prices have been climbing lately, and it feels like Chevy is saying, hey, EVs don't have to be luxury only. This new Bolt is meant for regular people who want an electric car that's stylish, practical, and attainable. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the old Bolt's reputation. Yeah, it had some rough years with the battery recall and safety concerns, and Chevy eventually pulled the plug on it for a while. But this new version feels like a redemption story. Chevy's fixed the problems, switched to safer, more reliable Ultium batteries, and is offering an 8-year warranty on the battery pack. It's like the Bolt is finally getting its second chance to prove what it can do. Driving-wise, people who've tested early prototypes say it's smooth, quiet, and surprisingly punchy. That instant torque is still there. You tap the pedal, and it just goes. It's not trying to be a performance car, but it's quick enough to make every drive fun. And the improved suspension and weight balance make it feel more solid on the road, especially around corners. The one-pedal driving mode has been refined too, so it feels more natural and less abrupt than before. Compared to the old Bolt, it's night and day. The original was a great proof of concept, an early step in affordable EVs, but this new one, it's the real deal. It's more stylish, more comfortable, and way more advanced in every possible way. It's like Chevy took everything that made the old Bolt special and gave it a personality makeover. And honestly, this might just be the car that makes electric driving mainstream again. Not because it's flashy or exclusive, but because it's practical, attractive, and affordable. Chevy's going after people who've been on the fence about EVs, people who want something simple, dependable, and fun. So yeah, the 2026 Chevy Bolt is shaping up to be one of the most important cars in Chevy's lineup. It's got the range, the looks, the comfort, and the price to win a lot of people over. If Chevy delivers on what they've promised, this could easily be the go-to EV for first-time buyers. I'm honestly excited to see this car hit the roads. It's a comeback story done right, from a car that once struggled, to one that might just define the next generation of everyday electric driving.